Drippin', you're smelling delectable today. Super nice. Don't worry about it, don't worry. What's our info?
This is just a temporary model. Oh, hold on, let me give you kisses. Wait. I think, hold on. Oh, yes, okay, have a good night. I give you a kiss. Oh.
Hello everyone, Philip here. Go outside. For the love of everything that is holy in this planet, please leave your house once in a while to do anything, I swear. This is a gun, and as you can see, it is a replica. Yes, it's going to be a replica because it's an airsoft gun. It's going to be a replica of a flintlock pistol. In Canada, we can't really own firearms, or if we do, they have to be heavily monitored. So, airsoft is the next best thing. We've got multiple guns that we can own, and it's a fun hobby. And I think people should start picking up more things and doing more things with their lives because, like the intro of this video definitely said, it's an unhealthy obsession to be living like that. Just like in my Oshinoko video, it's an unhealthy obsession that can drive people to do crazy things or want and desire things that they cannot obtain. And it isolates them to a point where they're not talking to friends, family, or anyone, and it's such a detriment. The Japanese call this an otaku. An otaku is a person who is heavily involved in things like anime and manga, but it's to the detriment of their social life. So not only are they just obsessing over it, they're no longer making friends over it. And it's the same situation with that whole VTuber thing that you saw at the beginning. As you can see, the character, or I guess me, is sitting there watching ASMR VTubers. And it's at the detriment of my health. The things that you saw there were me heating up Hot Pockets and just going down to lounge around, to do nothing, to not watch anything that was fulfilling, but to have a sense of excitement, happiness, fulfillment, for even just a fleeting moment. But as you can see there, I was awful. I sat there. I just stared. There's no fulfillment. It's a quick dopamine hit that's absolutely detrimental to people because they start relying on it. They don't make human connection. They don't talk to friends and family. We're at a record pace right now with the population claiming that they don't have any friends to rely on. That's alarming. You're telling me there's not even a single person in your life that you can say, hey, how's it going? Let's hang out. Let's do something that we both enjoy. That's a group activity that can be done by multiple people. And especially with family relationships, that's just even worse. Your family should always be there to help you, protect you, or even just care for you. But the fact that these people, especially that are watching these things, are putting all of that aside is terrifying. I have no clue what this technically would lead to, but from what I've seen, it would just lead to extreme situations where they're just not social. And you might be thinking, well, that's not that bad to be considered. Like, it's just some guy, and it's always guys. It's very, very often. You could see these VTubers are definitely targeting men. Their outfits are skimpy. Their characters are drawn very sexually. It's obviously geared towards men, and that's what I'm going to be talking about, is how it affects men. There are going to be instances where they attract women, but again, that could be discussed by someone else, not me. So it preys on these lonely men. It preys on these lonely men who can't find relationships, who can't build relationships. And when you don't have a specific skill or requirement or some way in order to get a female or even a male's attention, for instance, you can't really just ask women out. It's really difficult. You gotta play it cool. You gotta play it confident. You gotta have it down. And that's not just for dating advice. That's for anyone. Anyone you approach, if you're acting very creepy, sus perhaps, or downright weird, I'm not gonna want to shake your hand. I'm not gonna want to talk to you. You're approaching me in such a negative way that it makes me feel uncomfortable. And that's another detriment to this whole thing, is they start learning how to be, and this again applies to a broad variety of VTubers, because VTubers are so lewd. They're very unfiltered when it comes to their comedy, let's say. is they'll just say things that are very sexual in nature, and then people will laugh. It's very unexpected, it's very lewd, so you should get a reaction out of it. Now, the problem with that is when you take that into the real world and you start using some of those jokes on real people, or you start trying to stay like that, trust me, I know from experience, I had a very bad upbringing like that. It doesn't work. You're a creep, you're a weirdo. So it works in that cycle. First, you start with all these jokes and everything that you're learning from these VTubers, and you start thinking very sexually of them. Next, you try to make friends in real life, because you'll try that at least once. You'll start to mimic their personality, per se, and start cracking some dirty jokes, or maybe you say something very inappropriate that shouldn't be said in public because, hey, they did it and they got a laugh, so why can't I and make it the same way? People find that very uncomfortable. You don't try that again, and now you're stuck with this loneliness that you think is stemming from your poor life decisions, which it is. No. It's your attitude. It's the way you present yourself to other people. You've got to learn what makes people want to like someone. And definitely being a loner loser, putting away all of your social skills because you really, really are just attracted to these people online that you see every day, and it's at the detriment of your social skills, then that is a huge, huge problem. How do we solve it? I don't know. I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist or something. I have no clue how to fix that. What are you supposed to do? I can give you some tips. First, stop it. Just stop it. Find something else to focus on. I know it's going to be a huge issue where it's like that vaping, smoking kind of debate. Smokers will just turn to vaping addiction, but at least they're not smoking, but now they're addicted to vaping. Even though it's just a little bit healthier, it's the same issue that I think you should be working towards. Maybe don't obsess over VTubers, stop that in cold turkey. Maybe obsess over video games. It's a little easier to do, and it's a lot less of a jump than just stop watching those streamers online. I need you to go hit the gym 6 days a week, and I need you to at least stay there for 4 hours. Because that's what every Alpha, Sigma, Chad, Ryan Gosling, Batman, Mr. Beast persona always puts on. They think you need to jump from one extreme to the next, but you should take it slow. Maybe after done video games, how about you try reading? It still is a form of entertainment, but it's at least way better than video games because you're learning more about stories and plots and how they're written and how characters are developed. And it's not that far of a jump. And then maybe once you're done reading, maybe pick up another hobby. Maybe start doing more with your life. And those are just examples. You could do fucking anything. Maybe if you want to take that jump to say, I'm done, I'm quitting watching these Twitch girls online, I am now going to go to the gym 6 days a week, and you could start doing that. You just need to start and stop cold turkey at one area, okay? Because if you just start minimizing yourself on it, like, hey, I'm only going to watch them for 30 minutes today, you're still being heavily influenced because they know how to get you. They're going to up the sexuality, new outfits, new different ways, and you're going to get hooked all over again. So my best advice, ignore it. Find something else that you enjoy. I just wanted to make this video because I'm seeing too many people now who are complaining about having no friends, and I see the way that they act online with their comments and how outrageous they are and how that could affect their real life performance. People aren't making friends. No one wants friends nowadays. They want illusions. They want a fantasy world. They want to escape this one because life is hard. Let's face it. Rent's gone up, mortgages gone up. People can't afford to take care of children anymore. How do you live in a world like this? Escapism. But that's very dangerous. And if you can try to avoid it as best you can, it's for the better. And remember, life doesn't get easier, but people get stronger. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. And I will see you all in another video or live stream. Goodbye.